All right. So, thank you, Shadia, for the prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, I first want to just talk about, there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. And I guess I'll kind of start off with, how really kind of digging deep and tuning into what you want to happen with this promotion. Like why do you want this promotion to happen? And if y'all know how I am, if you can turn on your video, please turn on your video so I can see your beautiful face. I don't like talking to pictures. So if you can turn your video on, please, I would really appreciate it. Thank y'all. Y'all so pretty.
Thank you.
Okay, so make sure you kind of take a second and we can kind of share if like 3 people want to take a minute to just share, why you need to hit the rank of executive. And let's really dig deep and let's be open and let's share with one another what this promotion would mean for you financially or mentally, personally, what would it mean to you? Anybody want to volunteer?
I'll go first, just simply because I might have to get off early. I'm actually driving. A little backstory is that I don't even think I told you, Jasmine, but about, a week, 2 weeks ago, my car was totaled. Initially, I joined It Works to kind of just, meet new people, to find out about the product, to kind of just have a little extra pocket change, but my car was totaled. Everyone is fine. My car was nearly paid off. I was so upset about it. This is like, who wants to inherit like another car note basically on a car when they were almost done paying for their first one? And anyway, so long story short, my purpose has changed, if that makes any sense at all. Whereas, when I first started, I wanted to meet people and have a good time and just kind of learn about products and promote everything. And now it's like, okay, I'm going to have a new car note. I decided to get a larger vehicle than the one that I had before because, at some point I plan on expanding my family. It would be silly to get another like small sedan. So long story short, I am going to need the extra funds now to be able to meet my car note. So this is important to me just because, my bills are changing now. My financial obligations every month are going to increase, whether it be in relation to gas or car insurance or the note itself. Like now I'm not only doing kind of to branch out, but to also make my car note and to, kind of stay above water, so to speak. So that's my new purpose, my new why.
Jazz, you're muted.
Thank you, Ms. V.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Amber, for sharing that. I do remember you telling me that crazy story, but I'm super excited about celebrating with you in a few days about
your wonderful.
All right. Anybody else want to share really quickly?
It's just funny how how she said that situation, because Jazz, like I got the car in totaled my car. I was about a year from paying it off and had to get a new one. And God is able, because I wasn't even expecting to get the car that I have, and that was just a blessing within itself. And it's just like, I just want to be that leader for my team. Like, I really want to get things done and kind of pave the way, like our leader showed us. Sorry. And I just want to, be able to, show that to my team and give them that extra confidence and, that they need. Because some people actually need to see you doing it. If they don't see you doing it, then they ain't going to do nothing either. So it's, other than, the money, of course, I need extra money. I got 3 boys, they growing, and it's hard. It's real hard. So, anything would help, and with, it'll be a blessing for all that stuff. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Shadia. I love that too. I actually was going to talk about that, so I'm glad you touched on that. How you need, this is like, you're setting the tone for your team and your future team right now. So we'll talk about that later. Anybody else? Thank you for sharing. One more person, really quickly. Want to share?
I'll share.
All right, go ahead, Jamie.
So I joined the company because I did need that $200 to $500 income a month because I don't have any I don't have any kids, but these bills they're not going anywhere no time soon. So those are my short-term goals. So I would like to get those knocked out as soon as possible. Excuse me. Can I still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry, somebody called me. And not only that, the only way that I can get to the next level is if I get my team on the next level. And I'm all about service. I'm a yellow. So it's important for me to get them on because I got them here. I got them this far. So what would I look like with not getting to where I need to be? They're not going to get anywhere, basically.
That's good. You're creating the momentum.
For sure.
Awesome. I love it. So who's excited about their promotion? Who is really, really wanting to go executive? I'm going to guess that everybody does if you're here. But if you want to go executive, either unmute yourself and say, I do, or put it in the chat so I can know who to keep my eyes on over the next
I do.
I do.
All right.
I do.
I do. Me.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I think it's really good for us to hear everybody else's stories. I wish we had more time to listen to more, but I do want to make sure that we get through everything. But if you want to share in the chat why you need this promotion to take place, you feel free to go ahead and put that in the chat and we'll read it. I can read it out loud really quickly if you want to do that. So feel free. So the first thing that I want to talk about after that is your charts. So I want to talk about how important it is to stay organized in your business and to always have your charts handy. So you should always have your charts ready throughout the month, period. But during this time of the month, you guys, it is so imperative to have your chart updated every day. Make sure you're checking eSuite every day to update your chart. A lot of you guys came in at the end of the month last month, and you're going to have orders that come through this week. You're going to have orders start to come through. And so you want to be updating your chart. You want to be looking to see if there are any credit card declines. And I'm going to show you all really quickly how to find those. But also they come to your email. So if you check your email, you'll see that the credit card declines are there if there are any. And you want to reach out to those people and make sure that they know that there was an issue with processing their order. I always just say it's usually just a change in your card or a change in your account. Can we go ahead and get it updated? And I've never had anybody get mad at me. I know I was super nervous, so I understand you may be nervous about reaching out to people about their cards declined. But know that if you do it the right way, just very light. Don't say your card declined. Don't do that. But if you do it in a nice, gentle way, most people they're either going to respond or they're going to ignore you, but they don't get mad. So I wanted to tell you guys that as far as your charts go, I'm going to just pull up an executive chart really, really quick. And actually what I would like for you guys to do is I want everybody on here to text me. I'm going to put my number in the chat. Know that I love y'all. Everybody doesn't have my phone number on here. But I'm going to put my phone number in the chat. What I want you guys to do is I want you to text me what you need to go executive. Okay? Now I'm going to show you all what I mean by that. I want you to send me your chart, and I also want you to send me what you need to go executive. So I guess I'll just pull up one on Charting Beta. Okay, so I'm just going to create a chart for myself right now so I can show you guys what the executive chart looks like. Make sure everybody's on the same page. So if you see this, I probably should not have used this because that's personal information, but it's okay. It's all good. Hold on, guys, 1 second. So in order to go double diamond, in order to go executive, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need 2 people in these 400 boxes right here. Actually, let me click out of this because I'm gonna get one that I can actually type on. Executive chart PDF. Let me see if I can use this one. I don't know if it'll let me type on this one, but let's just imagine, okay? So let's imagine that on this chart, it says, I have, who's on here? I have Keisha in this box right here, and I have Cammie right here in this box right here, okay? Hey, Keisha, hey, Cammie. So say, you know, Keisha over here, Keisha has 200 GV right now, okay? And Cammie has 300 GV right now. Keisha would just need 200 more GV. Cammie would only need 100 group volume to get to 400, and I need to be commission qualified. So I want you guys to take a look at your charts. I'm gonna set like a 3-minute timer. Honestly, it probably shouldn't even take that long because you're just looking at the 2 people underneath you. Let me show you guys really quickly how to find what your people have. Actually, I'm not going to show that. Well, I don't have to click on the actual report. I'm not trying to put everybody's business out there. So you want to go to reports. And then you want to go to volume total by distributor, where you're going to go to additional reports first. And then you're going to click volume total by distributor, okay? All of your team will be underneath there. That's where you can see everybody's current volume like live right now. So I want you guys to do that. I'm going to set a 3-minute timer. Go ahead. Even if you have to draw your chart out, draw it out. Send it to me. You can draw it on your phone too if you have an iPhone, or you can draw on the notes thing. And also send me how much you need in order to go executive. That means you being commission qualified, like how much BV do you need to be commission qualified? If you're not, remember that's 80 BV auto shipment or 150 in volume based on your personal orders and your customers' orders, okay? Let me know what you need. Look at that and then look at what your current people have and send me what you need. So I'm gonna set a timer really quick.
I got a quick question, Jazz. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. It's okay.
The people under us, they have to be commission qualified too, right?
No, they do not.
For real?
Now, if you're looking at the Ruby chart, that's a different thing. That's why it says GV, 400 GV.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do my chart right now because I'm actually driving.
It's okay. Just put my number in your phone, and then you can do it once you get home.
Okay.
Or you can send it to me on Facebook. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set. I already gave y'all a minute, so I'm gonna do 2 minutes now. Anybody else have questions? Please do not sit and be lost, you guys. This is the time to ask questions.
I have a question.
Okay.
So we're talking about the 400 BV as a group. So is that all we need is the 400 group volume to move to executive as far as like the group volume? Or does every single person got to have 400?
I got you. Here, let me show
Okay.
you something really quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, Avery.
That was the only part I'm a little bit confused on.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'm gonna pull it up for you, and I'll show. I think I understand your question, so I think we can tackle that really quickly. I'll give you some examples.
I want you to win it. You ready? I'm ready. 20 seconds on the clock, please. We asked 100 women. Name something of yours.
In a few minutes, okay? In a few minutes, okay? You gotta eat some dinner. You can't eat strawberries all night. No, you can't. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so Sharon, I think I'm gonna answer your question. Let's go for it. Let's see. So, come on, there it is. All right, so let's say I have Angela here, and then I have Berg. I have Berg over here, right? So let's say Berg has 100 BV, okay? And Angela has 50 BV, okay? Neither one of them are commission qualified, right? Let's say it's the 30th day of the month. We got one more day. Neither one of them are commission qualified. But we have underneath Berg, I have Keisha, and Keisha has 350 BV. And then over here under Angela, I have Cammie, okay? And Cammie has 200 BV, okay? And let's say underneath Cammie, there is, I'm gonna make up a name, Linda. And Linda has 150 BV, okay? Now, all of these they equal out to Angela's 400 GB. What would be Angela's group volume?
400.
400, exactly. So her BV is 50, but her group volume, this girl just went in my refrigerator. Lord help me, Father. It's 400. Same thing over here. Burgundy is not commission qualified, but her group volume, get the strawberries. Huh? Get the strawberries, Avery. You can have one more. Her group volume is 450. And then let's say this is Sharon up here. Sharon ran her 80 BV auto shipment, plus she got some customers. So let's say her volume is 250, okay? Her PBV is 250. Is Sharon executive?
No.
Why not?
So are you saying that these people under them are distributors or just loyal customers? So you're saying the other ones are distributors?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, I would be qualified.
Yes, you would be executive. Now, what if your volume was just 60? Say you got 2 customers that got hair vitamins and your PBV is 60. Would you be executive? Sharon, did you hear that?
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Probably my child.
Well, mom's got the TV loud too, so.
Oh, okay. So if you have 60 BV, PBV, personal volume, would you be executive right now?
I would say yeah.
I would say yes, but I'm not commission qualified, am I?
Right. So you're not. You would not be executive because you're not commission qualified.
Okay.
So
I got
let's
you.
say it's the 27th of the month, and this is what you have. Can you still run an 80 BV auto shipment, or do you have to get to 150?
No, I could still run an 80 auto ship.
You got to get to 150.
Yep. So the last day to run auto shipments for us too is the 25th. So if it's the 27th of the month, then that's
Oh, I didn't know that. I need to write that down.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Where'd my pen go?
Okay, so to be commission qualified, you got to at least have 150 BPV for yourself.
Or you have to run an 80 BV auto shipment. Does everybody understand the difference between the two?
But yeah, I have my auto shipment.
So when is your auto shipment run?
On the 23rd.
On the 23rd, and it's at least 80 BV.
I don't know. I got to go back and check because I think I changed it.
Yeah, so make sure it's 80 BV.
So
Okay.
our auto ship has to be run by the 25th.
Right.
Okay. Really, I'll say 22nd, so I don't forget. And it has to be 80 BV.
Yes, if that's what you're using to be commission qualified. Now, sometimes I'll run an auto shipment that's like 60 BV or something like that. That's because that's because I always have, like, I still have loyal customers that have been ordering for years. So every month I'm commission qualified just off of my customers' orders.
Oh, okay.
I place big orders at the end of the month. So you have to decide what is going to be your method of getting commission qualified. Is it going to be auto shipment, or is it going to be your smaller orders with your customer orders too? But I do recommend, if you do not have a high amount of customers, go ahead and make sure you solidify your promotion by getting that auto shipment set up if you can. I understand if you can't. There have been months where I could not do an auto shipment when I first started. So I understand that, but just know that if you can, you want to do that, because it's been sometimes where, like, customers will return a product and then your BV goes down, and, like, before paychecks go out, and then you're not commission qualified and you're not executive anymore. Like, it's taken away. So you always want to solidify your promotion with an auto shipment if you can. It's just a piece of advice, because I don't want a customer to determine, I don't want them to have the power.
Okay. So let me make sure I understand. So say, for instance, right now I have 3 distributors under me. 2 of the distributors are not commission qualified. We'll just say that. 1 distributor finally set up her auto ship. She has potential loyal customers, but I don't think any of them's going to reach the 400 like I have.
Okay.
Am I still going to be executive if they get?
No.
No, I'm not going to be executive, but
you would be commission.
Right. So I guess my question is, we have to have a 400 group volume in order to qualify for executive, and we have to have 2 distributors under somebody under us
that are both at 400. So
that are both 400. Okay.
You personally, once you start getting to promotional boxes, like for you all of you all are in a promotional box. That means that you are up for a promotion. You do not have to be at 400 in volume as someone who is promoting, okay? Remember, what you need is to be commission qualified. Now, I believe in having a little cushion. So, like, before I got distributors, I went hard on getting loyal customers so that I could build a good cushion for myself. So once I got distributors, I could move my volume down to help those people, get their volume and to help with the promotion. So just keep that in mind. As a promotional box, you personally, you as an individual, as the executive leg, Sharon, does not need to be at 400. So if you are in the promotional box right now and you're trying to get 400 and you're keeping your customers, you are really setting yourself up to not go executive. You have to move your customers down if you really, really want that to happen, especially unless you have people who are like really, really pushing and bringing in their own customers, like, they're going to come through, then, it is what it is. But if you have like a weak leg, you want to kind of move those things down if you're like a high customer enroller. Does everybody understand that?
Yes. No, sorry. So like I have 7 loyal customers, but none of my DTs are doing anything. So would me even moving anyone to someone who's not working even be beneficial?
So it's up to you. I always let that kind of be your discretion. I believe on building solid. I'm very big on that. I think you also have to take a look at yourself and ask yourself, am I a DT enroller? Am I completing my steps to success every month? If you're completing your steps, I would say go ahead and move them to those people, because you're going to replace those people anyway, and all of their volumes can work together to maintain that promotion the following month. But it's just up to you. I mean, we've had people to do that, and it's really, truly, truly up to you. But if it doesn't feel right, I would say that maybe you need to just kind of work on getting your DTs, focus on getting DTs, and maybe trying to hit it the following month, or fight to get your DTs over the next few days, like really, really put in some effort and still try to hit it at the end of the month, because we think that 10 days is not enough time, but it really is. It's a lot of time to get stuff done. And we can talk about that a little bit more, Keisha, if you need to kind of brainstorm on it.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure I understand this. We only have 72 hours to move a loyal customer after we get them, or can we go ahead and move them now?
No, so if you only have 72 hours to move your customers, so from the time that you sign them to 3 days later, you can move them anytime in between that.
Okay, all right.
And then I'm glad you brought that up, Sharon, because where's your bow, babe? Where'd you put your bow? Go get it. Go get your bow for me. I'll put it in. You want Elsa hair? You want a braid? Okay, let me braid it. Okay, as you're signing your customers, write this down, you guys. Please write it down. Make sure. What do you want, babe? You want an Elsa bow? You want a braid? You want a ponytail? What do you want? Okay, Avery. Make sure that you're communicating with your sponsor as you're signing your loyal customers. So every single time you sign a customer, you need to text your sponsor so that you guys can brainstorm on where to put your customer. And this isn't to like micromanage or anything like that, but many times, all the time, two brains are really better than one. So you want to make sure that you're making the right moves. And it's also a good teaching and learning moment for you and your sponsor so that you can get better with charting, because as you move up in the company, your charts are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're going to need to help your team one day. So make sure that you do that. I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. And okay, so let's talk about volume tips really quick. So some different ways that you can get some volume over the next 10 days, because that is what everybody here needs. You're already boxed in for your promotion. Now it's like, well, how am I going to get some customers? So when I went diamond, the first thing that I did was I texted and called all of my family, all of my friends. And some people that I was kind of afraid to reach out to when I first started, or they shut me down. When I first started, I reached back out to them and I said, hey, I'm up for my first big promotion in this company, and I would love your support. Would you be willing to be one of my customers for me over the next 90 days? And you can even tell them like what it would do for you and your family, and you would love if they would be a part of your promotion. I got so many customers that way, you guys. Like siblings, even siblings, like were not supporting me right away. So I asked my brother, I asked my dad. My dad had not purchased anything from me yet, and he bought something. My friends from college, they were like, girl, of course, send me the link and I'll go ahead and buy something. And friends, like, period. Like, I was just asking everybody, and I got so much volume, so many customers by doing that. So don't sleep on that. And I know a lot of you guys came in last month, and you probably already reached out to your warm market. Let them know, like, man, it's been an incredible month in my business. I'm up for my first promotion. It would mean the world to me if you would be able to support me. And even if they can't buy anything, ask them to post something for you, or ask if they know anybody that is looking for some products like this. So that's one big tip that I would like to recommend for all of you all. Don't sleep on that. Like, that's a really, really big one. Host to post. Doing your host to post daily is key. Burgundy is on here. Trinita is on here. And we have all promoted in this business because of Host to Post. It comes through every single time for us. Even if it's slow, at the end of the month, you guys, Leontine too, at the end of the month, man, it comes through. It really, really does. So don't sleep on Host to Post either. Okay, I'll give you a bath in a few minutes, okay? Okay. All right, so you can do like the cleanse Host to Post. You can do a weight loss Host to Post. Those come with like bigger volumes, but if you want to do some hair, skin, and nail Host to Post too, you can also do that. All right. Messaging, you want to do some messaging. You want, whenever you're posting about products, message those likes, y'all. If somebody likes my post, I'm going to message them. They don't have to comment. They engaged with my post. They liked something about my post, and I'm going to go figure out what it was. Like, is it that you just liked it, or are you interested in some more information? And what I do is I'll just say, hey, thank you so much for the love on my post. I really appreciate it. Do you know anybody who would be looking for a product like this? Or do you know anybody who may be looking to grow their hair out over the next 90 days? Or do you know anyone who may be looking to lose some weight? And I've had so many people to say, girl, me, I am. So it's a great way to not be pushy, but to just figure out, you know, and I've had people to also say, well, I have a friend, let me give you her number. Okay, so that's a good way. Go live and talk about your favorite products. Show people how you use them. Make a shake. Use your greens in the car, on the go, as you're running out of the house. That was me this morning. I did a live about greens, rushing to take Avery to school this morning, and it was really good. Like, people were engaging. I got a couple of messages, and now I have a couple of potentials. So although it may be a little bit uncomfortable, if you're new, don't be afraid to go live. You can also host a party. So if you've been thinking about like hosting a party in person, go for it. Shoot for it. Why not? Ask your sponsor for some tips. Ask your sponsor if they're not in the same place as you. Ask them if they'll be willing to go live during the presentation, and you all do it together. I did that for Whitney when she first started. We did a launch party. I was in Florida and she was in Georgia, and she had me on Zoom, and she had a great launch party. So that's an option also. Again, for those who don't have money, ask them to post for you. Whenever people tell me no, I always say, you know, would you be willing to post for me? I'm doing a drawing at the end of the month for 2 Fit 5s, which is one of our popular weight loss packages, okay? So make sure you don't leave people with just a no. And then lastly, your stories. Use the polls on your stories. Every day you want to be talking about your product, showing your life in your stories, and you can always plug a poll in there about, you know, if it's hair, you can put a before and after picture in there of hair, and then put, you know, a poll that says, I need more length, I need overall health, or something like that, just to engage people, okay? So any questions about that? Anything that, I know it's a couple leaders on, do you guys want to add anything to that?
I would. I think that when it comes to your stories, make sure that you're not just posting about it worked in your stories. Like, that's not gonna get people engaged. That's not gonna get people to want to view your stories in order for that method to work. So think about that. What can you post in your stories? Like, it took me a while, but I watched Jazz a lot and figured out, okay, I can just post anything that I'm doing at the moment. Like, whatever I'm doing right now. Oh, I forgot I'm doing this. Or sometimes I'll do stuff over again. Like, let me do this again. So think about that.
Awesome. Thank you, Trinita. Also, if you've been in a business for a while, go check your perk points for your customers. See if they have some perk points. If you've had customers that turned off their auto shipments this month or last month, tell them how many perk points they have and see if they want to go ahead and place an order. Okay, that's another way. And make sure, Kayla, I'm going to record this. I have not been placing these instructions. I am recording this, so what we can do is we can send this out to you guys so that you can rewatch this for those of you who are who are watching, or your sponsor can get the information to you as well. I'm kind of crunched on time right now. I'm sorry, unless somebody else wants to put it in the chat. But honestly, you're not going to be able to see the chat once we end it. So you'll have to go back and watch it, or your sponsor can get it to you. All right. You do get PBV if they use perk points. So say somebody wants wraps and they only have 20 perk points, then you'll get 24 perk points. So you'll get the difference in the BV. So the wraps are 54 BV. They only have 20 perk points, so you get the 34. Okay? All right. So let's talk about, really quickly before we go, I want you guys to think about your game plan. So you know what you need. You know, you have the tools. You know what it takes for you to get your volume. So what is going to be your game plan over the next 10 days, okay? So this is what it's going to be. I'm going to tell you guys, before we even talk about game plan, is that you have to make up your mind. You have to make a decision. Am I going to push for this, or am I not going to push for it? At the end of the day, I can tell you all the tips and the tricks and the strategies, but ultimately you have to go through the next 10 days and make sure that you execute these things and make a decision that you're going to get it done. So that's first thing, make a decision. And then after you make that decision, you got to think about a plan. You have to have a plan of action. And when you create that plan of action, in the back of your mind or in the front of your mind, I want you to think about sacrifice. So over the next 10 days, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to get to this promotion? This promotion is going to set you up. It's going to create a momentum within you. Next, you're going to be pushing for Ruby, and it's really going to keep, you're going to want to keep going. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be so exciting. But it's not going to be, it's not going to happen in your sleep. You may get frustrated. You may get a little bit stressed out. Guess what? It's okay. It's just like birthing a baby. Anybody had babies and it was just a stress-free process? It's not, right? All of us moms on here, we know that having a baby is hard. But once that baby comes out, it's like, man, that was so worth it, right? So that's what that's what these promotions feel like. So I want you guys to know that it's time to get a little bit uncomfortable. If you've been coasting, it's time to kick it up a notch. You have 10 days, which is like, oh my gosh, it's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Many of us have gotten like 600 in volume in like 4 hours. So if we can do that in 4 hours, you can do that in 10 days, okay? So what are you gonna sacrifice? How are you going to keep your mind in the place that it needs to stay? Because as you push through this next season in your business, when you make up your mind, the enemy is gonna come to attack, right? Anybody else know that? The enemy is gonna he's gonna come to attack. So the way that you fight that is, first of all, you stay in your word, you stay in prayer every single day. Secondly, you have a plan of action. No matter how I may be like off my rocker with my business, I can always go to my 6 list and I know what I need to do. No matter what's going on in my personal life, Jasmine knows what she needs to do for her business every single day, okay? So with that 6 list, every day you guys need to be feeding your mind. Feed your mind with positive things. Start your day with positive things. Start your day with prayer. Start your day with a devotional, whatever you need to do. Get that done first and foremost. And then secondly, you want to be plugging into these power hours, okay? So on the power hours, we pretty much go through the 6 list. You want to be adding people to your network every single day. Every day. Many of us get customers from people that we added like 2 days ago. So don't sleep on that, because if you're posting to the same people you were posting to last month and you haven't added new people, then you might not see a big result from that. So add people to your page daily. You want to be messaging people daily. Okay, there are messages on the Google Drive that you can use. You want to do host a post. I would say 5 to 10 host a post a day. And as you guys are promoting at the end of the month, like those last few days, it's time to push it. Like the last day of the month, y'all, I might not even shower. Like that's how crazy it is at month end. And that's like, it's real. Like I'm telling y'all, it's real, but it's how bad you want it. Okay. So don't come to my house because I may stink. I may look like yesterday. I'm just kidding. I might though. I might look like yesterday. So that's that. You want to make sure you get your hosted post out. Make sure that you are following up with people. Like, go back to last month. Go through your messages and find people, okay? Find them and make sure that you are following up with them and that they're still interested. And let me look at this. Let me look at my list because I sometimes forget something. Post on your page. Post before and after pictures, y'all. Okay? Post your before and after pictures and message your likes. Message your likes. Make sure you do that. And that's really it. That's really it. You just got to stay consistent. So I want you guys to put in the chat what you're going to sacrifice over the next 10 days. And let me be a little bit more specific and then we're going to go because I know we're over time. So sacrifice could be, I know whenever I'm pushing for a promotion, you know, I'm not over here chilling, sleeping 10 hours a night. Okay. That's just not what it is. I may stay up an hour late or I may get up an hour early. You have a 4:45 and a 6 a.m. Eastern time power hour that you can get on every day. Except Sundays. And then you also have some during lunch hour. You have some in the evening. That everybody on here should be getting on at least 1 power hour a day, at least, if you want to promote in your business. It's 1 hour of uninterrupted time. And if none of them agree with your schedule, make sure that you're scheduling that 1 hour of uninterrupted time. If something comes up to where your boo is like, hey, let's go have dinner on this night, when you know you're supposed to be working your business, say, dang, like, I really want to go out to dinner with you, but we're going to have to wait until after month end because I'm trying to get this promotion. Like, that's what sacrifice looks like. If you usually go out with your friends every Saturday night, this coming Saturday, y'all, girl, you know, I really, really want to go out. I really want to go have some fun. But can we celebrate next Saturday after I hit this promotion? Because I really, really need this for my family. So prioritize, make sure you make that commitment to yourself, to your business, to your why, to your goals. And don't let your business be that thing that is not, that is dropped because life happens, because somebody wants to hang out. Don't put off things that you can do today for tomorrow, okay? So that's really all that I have. I'm going to create a group chat for you guys to push each other in. I'll have your leaders to place you in the group. And I'm going to pick 2 people who I really feel like is pushing right now, who is showing really good leadership qualities. Now, it's a lot of y'all, so don't be offended if I do not pick you. That does not mean that I don't think you're a great leader. But I am going to pick 2 people to kind of lead the group. And I'm not going to be in there telling you guys what to do. I want you guys to motivate each other. I want you to hear from each other. I want you all to do this together. And I really know that it can happen, and I'm excited. Does anybody have any questions before we let the executives go? I know the rubies are on now. Sacrificing some sleep, TV. Yes, there's no BV in TV, okay? Weekends going out with Mr. Who wrote that? I love that. I love when people call their significant other misters. That's so funny to me. Ratchet TV time. Yes, Portia, girl. I'm with you on that. Get up an hour earlier. Okay. So after I place you all into this group, I want you all to go in there, and I want you all, whoever the leaders are, you all listen, because let's make sure we get this done. I'm gonna tell you who you are in a second. But I want you all to partner up with one person in that group, and you all hold each other accountable. Sisters don't let each other fall. When my accountability partner was slacking a few weeks ago, I said, yo, what you got going on? It's time to go. We can't be slowing down. Like, we got goals. Like, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. And I was like, you know, have your moment, but tomorrow it's time to get back to it. So I want you guys to hold tight to each other, reach these promotions together, meet somebody new that you don't know, talk to them. Don't just say, hey, how are you doing today? Good. Okay, that's not an accountability partner. Like, hey, this is what I'm working on today. What are you working on today? At the end of the day, hey, what did you get done? This is what I got done. Okay, well, What did you struggle with today? Well, this is what worked for me. You know, so you don't, it's not super casual, like you just say, hey, no, like help each other out. Okay? So who's excited? Anybody like super overwhelmed? Are y'all okay? Y'all feel good?
We good.
Okay, any questions before we go? I need y'all to be pumped up. I need y'all to unmute yourselves so I can hear your excitement.
Woo!
You didn't say how loud, so I just gave it to you.
No, one time for the one time.
Y'all are funny. I love it. I'm excited. I cannot wait to see who is going to promote in their business. I want you guys to give it your all. I want you to blow your own mind over the next few days, okay? I want at the end of the month, I want you guys to say, dang, I did that. Like, me and God, we did that. Like, I just blew my own mind. I didn't even know I could do anything like that. I didn't know I could fight like that. I didn't know that I could be consistent and be dedicated and committed like that. I want you guys to surprise yourselves. And when I tell y'all I can't wait to celebrate, this is my most exciting promotion because this is the first one. And if you can do this, you can go. You can go. So even if you do not believe in yourself right now, we are believing in you that you can get it done. And once you've done it, make sure you text me, like as soon as it's done. Text me so we can celebrate. And I'm excited for you guys. Let's pray out really quick. Rubies, don't go anywhere. Let's pray really quick. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you so much, dear Lord, for this time together. Thank you so much for the excitement and the hunger and just the drive that is right here. Thank you for this energy, Lord God, that you have placed within every single one of us. I thank you for every person that took time out of their day to be here on this call. I thank you for what you are doing in their lives right now, Lord God. I thank you for allowing me and the other leaders to be a part of their journey. And we just praise you right now, Lord God, for this victory that's already done. I know that we're going to have promotions after promotions. And we know, Lord, that those promotions come from you and you alone. So at the end of the day, you're going to get all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And we just thank you, Lord. I ask that you keep everyone focused. We trade our weaknesses for your strength. I ask that you help remove, and not even remove, just help us to be able to maneuver around the distractions that may come. And help us to just stay strong during the next 10 days, Lord God, and help us to attach to a bigger purpose, a purpose that's attached to you, Lord God. And we just honor you, we praise you, and we just bless your holy name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 All right. Well, I will see you guys later. Thank y'all so much for